how can we do a baselining in Agile? Now, let's start from understanding what is baseline. So we may prepare some plan. Maybe it's related to scope, it's related to schedule, or it's related to cost. And we create one reference version. You can call it approved version or an agreed version. And whenever we do our future execution, we refer how well we are adhering to that particular approved version. So we can say that this is the baseline which we need to follow, and we will see how we are going along and following it. And in the traditional project management space, we always do variance analysis, which is the major thing which you do as a monitoring and control. And in order to find a variance, we need to have a reference point, and that reference point is all about the baseline. Now, when we move to the Agile world, and we do understand that we are no more following the plan thing, the plan is going to evolve over a period of time. And especially if you are doing a PMP certification, you see traditional as well as the Agile world. And you may wonder, can I do a variance analysis in Agile? Can I have some baselines in Agile? I used to have scope, time, cost, those baselines in my predictive lifecycle world. Can I have something in Agile world also? So one of the things is very clear from the understanding of Agile is that we cannot have a scope baseline in Agile. So we till the time the project is finished in a way. So scope is developed rather than agreed and baseline. So we develop the product, and only when the product is ready or when the features are ready, we can say, oh, this is what we wanted to get. So scope is not something which get baseline. And then you may wonder that in a predictive life cycle, scope was the foundational thing. So you have a baselining of a scope, then you do a baselining of schedule on top of it, and then you on top of it, you may do a baselining of cost, and then you may do adjustment here and there, but everything starts from, oh, what are we planning to develop? And that's where the scope baseline was coming. So when in Agile world we do not have a scope baseline, can we have a schedule and cost baseline for some amount of reference analysis, and depending upon the context which we are adhering to. So in general, in Agile world, we can have schedule and cost baseline. Not necessarily all the time, but as a project management space, you may have some projects where you do a schedule and cost baseline, and without baselining the scope. So how it could be? So you may say, let's try it for 6 months, and we want to achieve a particular goal in 6 months. So you are baselining those 6 months as a schedule. So it's not like that you are creating a detailed plan for it. You will say that in 6 months time, I will run 2 iterations per month. So we will run 12 iterations, and this is what we want to achieve. And going forward, if it takes less than 6 months, more than 6 months, we want to have a variance analysis related to it. On the similar way, we can say that, okay, 6 months, 600,000. So we are going to spend 100,000 per month. This is how our team capacity would be. And we will see how are we adhering to our spending, and are we achieving the goal which we wanted to achieve by spending this much. So we can have some understanding of kind of a baselining of schedule and cost, and that can be used in some amount of variance analysis to show how well we are adhering to our path and target which we have set based on this schedule and cost. Yeah, inside this, the requirement is going to evolve. Continuous prioritization is the key, and you try to achieve your goal, your objective of doing this whole thing by way of doing continuous prioritization of the scope. So you keep the scope flexible, but you can still have, if needed, schedule and cost baselines in Agile.